Today I will show you a way to pass control commands from the project shell to a scene creating using a wonderful framework called Verge3D. Create new project. To reduce the time of the lesson I made some blanks. We check how it works. Creating a scene with objects that we will manage. I made it as simple as possible, with a cube and a sphere. Your project can have as many objects as you need. Export to GLTF, checking how our new scene works. Now we create a shell for the scene. The shell folder contains images of our buttons and an empty start file named index.html. Copy the blank of our shell to the Verge3D project. Now fill in the index.html file. Make the necessary markup. Insert a description of the frame, button placement, and JavaScript code. Adding a description of CSS styles. Save the index.html file and check how our shell works. All works okay. Now we need to add a button click response handler. To do this, call the HD function with parameters corresponding to the names of our objects. As mentioned earlier, this is a sphere and a cube. The HD function described in the shell is called from when you click the sphere or cube button. It calls the HD obj function that is written in the sense JavaScript files, which we will add later. Copy our code. Now, let's create a procedure in puzzles that describes what action should be performed with the price when this procedure is called. Adding a necessary puzzles for calling the procedure, specifying that the procedure will be with the parameter. Adding logic puzzles that check whether its object is visible. Our procedure is DOBG. Add parameter. If we see object, we hide it. Overrise display. adding a function to the sense JavaScript file that will call the puzzles of the procedure we just wrote. Insert our function. Function HDOBG. I made a bit of mistake by giving the procedure the wrong name. Its name should be height, not HDOBG. HDOBG is a function that we call from the shell. Save puzzles, JavaScript file, index.html file, and check how our project works. To do this, reboot and click on the buttons. Everything works perfectly. Thus, we made a convenient mechanism for managing sense object from the shell. Of course, you can add a click handler to each button via the onEvent puzzle. But if there are a lot of buttons in the shell, then adding handler to puzzles is very time consuming and you can easily make a mistake. Therefore, you can use a different approach, more simple and accurate. You can download this project from the link below. I wish you success in developing your projects.